Hi team, Fullest this again, Amy. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the of my canal. So today we are going to cook boiled groundnut soup. So I have all of my ingredients ready. I have pepper, onions, tomato, and dry fish. I have my beef. I've already cooked my beef and my crab. Everything, cow belly, cow foot, everything is just mixed in there. I have my tomato paste. I have my seasoning. I have my salt, and I have my peanuts. So this is like a really easy cook. So this is the water that I use to cook the meats, and this is what I'm going to be using first to boil the granules. I live in Holland, so we're in the winter right now. So when you buy granules or palm oil, everything is very hard right now because of the cold. So because of that, I'm going to use the water of the meat. I'm going to use that one first to boil the granules because the granules is very hard. So I'm going to put the granules into the water and let it boil first so that everything gets scattered, everything gets scattered. If it's in the summer, the granules will be very melty, but because we're in the winter, it get very hard. And this is for me the easiest way to do it. So I'm just gonna put the granules, put enough. I want this granite soup to be a little bit thick because I want to eat this one with fufu. I want to eat it with rice. I want to eat it with different things. So I want it to be a little bit thick for me. So I'm just gonna add enough granules. I don't really measure things how I cook it. I just kind of eye it. I have been cooking this kind of food for a long time, so I just kind of measure with my eyes. I just like put, and then I be like, okay, this one is gonna be enough for me. That's how I do things. So if I need more, I'm just gonna add more. So I'm gonna put enough granules, the one that I think that will be enough for the kind of soup that I want to cook. And then I'm just going to leave the water to boil. I'm not gonna raise the gas very high, a little bit so that it doesn't burn. So now I'm just going to look. As you guys can see, the granite has melted a little bit, but it's not 100% melt, but you have some of these little ones in there, but it's okay. It will melt along with the rest of the ingredients, but the most important thing, the big ones has already melted. So now I'm going to add my onions. I'm just going to add all the ingredients except the meats, the onions, the pepper, the tomato. I'm gonna add everything and then just allow that to boil along with the granite as well. The kids really love granite soup with rice and fufu, and it's just delicious. They really love it. I'm gonna add the hot pepper. I'm not gonna add everything, just a little bit, because I don't want it to be a food that the kids can't eat, because my children do not eat a lot of pepper. So now I'm going to add my seasoning and just mix it along, add a little bit of salt, and then just allow it to boil. Do not raise the gas very high because the granite has already cooked. So you don't want to raise the gas very high. The ground has already cooked, so you just want to lower the gas a little bit and let the rest of the ingredient just boil along. This is so easy to cook. If you just get your ingredients ready, you'll be done with this food with less than an hour. Trust me. If you cook your meats and you slice your vegetables and everything, put everything down, less than an hour, you are done with cooking. I'm just gonna add a bit of salt, mix everything, add some tomato paste, or just mix everything together. Add your tomato paste immediately if you want to, or you can add it later. I'm gonna add mine so that I can just allow everything to boil. So the next time that I'm just going to add the meat and leave it to steam for a few minutes, and then I'm done cooking. So this is like a very simple dish, one of my favorite dish as well. Very simple. So now after adding everything mix, I'm going to close. I'm not going to close the pan entirely. I'm going to have the spoon there so that it doesn't like throw out. So after leaving it for a few minutes, you guys can see everything has boiled, the onions, the tomato, the paprika, everything. So now it's time to add the meat and all the goodies. Add the crab, the cow foods, the cow belly, everything. You know how we cook in African home. We add a little bit of everything into the meats because people just love meat. I love meat, but I can do without meat as well. But if it's there, I really like to eat it very good. So now I'm just going to mix everything and just allow everything to boil. I really need a big pan. But I'm looking around. It's very hard for me to find a big pan where I'm in this village of mine. But I'm looking around because when you have a bigger pan to cook, you can cook and just put it in the freezer. You don't need to be worrying yourself of cooking every day. So now I'm just going to add the rest of the ingredients, add the dry fish, add the rest of the pepper, and then mix everything together and then leave everything to steam. And then I'm just going to clean the rest of the kitchen. You just wash the dirty pan and dirty pots and then allow this to boil. Do not close the pan entirely. Put the spoon at the pan and let it open a little bit and dull the gas to the lowest level, so that it doesn't burn, because right now it doesn't really have a lot to cook. It's just for everything to blend along with each other. That's the reason why you are cooking it. You are just cooking it. So there's no need for you to raise the gas super high. So a little bit of gas and then you just leave it like that. So now it's just steaming. Few minutes, 5-10 minutes, you are done. So this is very, very simple. So beauties, the food is ready. This is groundnut soup. This is boiled groundnut soup. So it's ready. You guys can see it's very thick. The groundnut, everything is just boiled. You can eat this one you can eat it in different ways. You can eat it with fufu. You can eat it with rice. You can eat it with different things, eba, whatever you want to eat it with, But I am going to be eating mine today with rice. And then maybe next time I'll eat it with fufu. But this is how the fufu is looking. Guys, this is it. This is how you cook. Very simple, very easy. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to dish this food. I'm going to divide it. I'm going to divide it, take out the one we're going to eat for today, and the rest I'm going to put it into the freezer. Now I think I'll have like 4 different sauce in the freezer. I have 2 bowls of each, so I have quite enough sauce in the freeze. So I'm going to add 2 bowls of this also. So by the end of next week, I think next week I don't have to cook, because then I have to finish those before ever I cook again. But this week I'm just cooking, adding up, and then next week I'm gonna have a week off of no cooking, except if I want to eat something different, then I will cook. But yeah, this is what it's looking like. The water has dried, everything has dried. It doesn't have water, it doesn't have any oil enough. The oil that you are seeing on top of it is the oil from the groundnut itself, because the groundnut has a lot of oil, but the water has dry. Everything is dry, so it's just looking delicious. So now I'm still cooking rice. It's a little bit dark outside, but I'm using my ring light so you guys can see everything. So now I'm just gonna leave it to cool down a little bit, and then I'm going to dish this off, and then I'm going to eat some rice with it. So yeah.
Mad mix on the beat.
Okay, let me go. Yeah, let me go. This is how we do, yo.
Diamond boy, this is a banger.
Who da dey na the bar? Money man don't can na the bar. Hey, who da dey na the bar? Diamond boy don't drop na the bar. Who da dey na the bar? Money man don't can na the bar. Hey, who da dey na the bar? Diamond boy don't drop na the bar. Who da dey na the bar? Money man don't can na the bar. Hey, who da dey na the bar? Diamond boy don't drop na the bar. Who da dey na the bar? Money man don't can na the bar. Hey, who da dey na the bar? Diamond boy don't drop na the bar.
Diamond boy don't drop na the bar. I don't drop na the bar. Call them fine TT then na the area. Na the area day. Shaku don't bust na the club. No sugar water, give me long cup. Like it so plenty na the club. Mr. DJ, give me non-stop. Money day, pockets no boss. We are talk no tobogos. Salon ladies them focus. See they are all on boss. Polio making all us. Diamond boy don't drop na the club. DJ let's go.
Who da dey na the bar? Money man don't can na the bar. Hey, who da dey na the bar? Diamond boy don't drop na the bar. Who da dey na the bar? Money man don't can na the bar. Hey, who da dey na the bar? Diamond boy don't drop na the bar. Who da dey na the bar? Money man Money man don't car na the bar. Who da dey na the bar? Diamond boy don't drop na the bar.
Party man, Naomi, I don't care. Check me farm na pack depot. Me t-shirt na bold alaba. Inside me room na so a pack. Real G na me then they watch. Diamond boy, I get the cash. Maybe something they not to flash.
Hope you all like this video. If you guys do, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagram, my Facebook like page. All the links will be down in the description box. Team Fullest, thank you guys so much for your love and support, and I really appreciate it. Peace out.
Money man don't car na the bar. Who da dey na the bar? Diamond boy don't drop na the bar. Who da dey na the bar? Money man don't car na the bar. Who da dey na the bar? Diamond boy don't drop na the bar. Who da dey na the bar? Money man